Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome back everybody. Welcome to anybody that's new. This is a collective love reading for all signs and any sign that you may be thinking of. I'm going to ask my spirit guides what's coming towards you, what's going on around you, any loving energy, loving messages. I do have some charms and initials for you today, so we will be using those. But let's see what Spirit has for you. Use this reading to manifest the love that you are worthy of, or to confirm a love that maybe has come into your life recently. So let's get started. Again, welcome everybody. I'm so grateful that you're here. Remember to hit that like button. Definitely comment if it's connecting to you. If you're new to my channel, join us. I would love that. And let's call in our spirit guides now. Let's get my other screen up so we can see the cards and call in our spirit guides. Spirit, please share with me any loving messages that you have for whoever has found this reading. They've meant to have found it today. If you felt drawn to it for some reason, this reading is for you. I call upon you for loving messages. I am listening for you now. I have loving lightly, small, joyful moments, delicate balance, not ready to commit, present, care, a little bit flighty. Okay, so loving lightly. All right, it's a little bit of, it's some kind of cookie or a macaroon, it looks like. So I feel like I just want to taste. Okay, so that could be you, that could be them. I just want a little bite of something. I just want to see before I take a whole slice of cake. I just want to see if I like it. If I like it, maybe I will, do more. So somebody is, maybe you're both doing it. They're saying it's like a dance. It's like a little bit of a dancing around each other. And maybe we're both trying to figure out, what's going on here. So we could be struggling with, is this something? Isn't it something? But we're kind of dancing around each other. I have soaring ideals, having very high standards, pursuing dreams together. Okay, you're still feeling uncertain about the future, but soaring ideals, we both have the same dreams. We both have the same standards, the same vision, Spirit just said. So that could be something that's very important to you. That could be something that I have to make sure that this person wants what I want. Otherwise, I'm not going, it's not going to go anywhere, because I'm going to, be struggling with, I'm not hitting my goals. I'm not headed in the direction I always wanted to be headed. So you got to be headed in the right direction for both of you. Golden shallow, swimming in circles. Yeah, they just said dancing around each other. Maybe lacking depth. Okay, reflecting love's beauty. Wanting to go deeper. Okay, so there's a little bit of I'm unsure of this connection for some reason. It's not a jumping right in, they're saying. So it's a little bit of dancing around each other, swimming around each other. Let's get one more of these. And I have very blissful, having a joyful connection, building a prosperous union, tempted to see others still. So I haven't completely given up on, I'm still available or I'm still dating other people. So I feel like neither, if I think about those berries, going strawberry picking, you have like this little basket that you put it in. I don't want to put all my berries in the same basket, so there's a little bit of a hesitation in dancing around each other, because they're saying we're both unsure. Okay, so we could both be still open to seeing other people. We could both still be dating other people. We're on dating apps. We're talking to other people. We're not committing and saying you're the only one just yet. So part of me feels like this swimming around each other, circling around each other. But it's interesting because I feel like I might circle around you and go off for, I don't know, maybe a couple of days, but then I kind of circle back and come back again. So I'm interested and I keep kind of coming back, whether it's reaching out through a text message, whether it's wanting to see you, you know, so it's talking again. So there's a sense of, I don't know. I don't think it's pushing you away. I feel like it's just, I kind of go back into my own world for a day or two, and then I kind of swim back and dance back. So let's see what the cards are saying. I have a 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. I have a King of Cups. Okay, 10 of Wands, King of Cups. I have a Star. I have a Star. Okay. Is that my Star? Yeah, that's my Star. I saw the water and I thought it was my Temperance. Okay. And I have a Hierophant. Okay. The weight coming off of my shoulders, this feeling of I'm entering into something, this feeling of I do want to be in the right relationship. I want to be with the right one. So I feel like this person has potential to fall in love. I feel like this person has potential. They believe in commitment, they're saying. They're looking for the right one. Okay. So I think that we both were looking for, I don't know, maybe a lightning strike, you know, and sometimes when that lightning strike doesn't happen right away, you think, well, this isn't my person. I always thought that there would be this kind of off the charts chemistry. I'm asking Spirit why, and they're saying because this person has too much on their mind, that they're not being 100% attentive. They're not being present. Okay. So they could be kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out because they have just too much on their plate. They could be trying to, they're saying, reorganize their life, get their life back together in some way. Tons of stuff going on with work. They could have a sick parent. They could have just lost somebody, taking care of kids. But I feel like they haven't been completely present. And if they were more present, then you would be having more of that wow factor. They have the ability to, they're saying grow on you. Okay. So this person grows on you. And let's keep going for a minute because they do have the ability to love with that king. I have an Emperor. I feel like they've got a lot going on with, and I'm not going to use this as an excuse. It's just that you're new to their life and they're not going to drop everything that they have going on because we went on a couple of dates. Okay. So it's more of a, I like you. I'm kind of crushing on you. I keep coming back to you. I keep kind of getting bits and pieces. I'm getting, you know, I'm tasting the buffet, so to speak. And I feel like it's really hard to get something started and kind of juggle everything that you have going on already. And I'm not using it as an excuse. I think they're just trying to figure that out. But they do keep coming back. I have a Queen of Pentacles. I feel like they are definitely attracted to you for some of the things that you're working on, Spirit's saying. Okay, it could be, you know what, you're very ambitious. You have a great drive. You don't give up. You have, you're motivated in the things that you're working on. You have a vision of your future. So I feel like they're really intrigued by that because this person's an Emperor. So they're saying a powerful force is how they're saying it, that they see you as a powerful force. Okay. You know, maybe you are a go-getter. Maybe you are, you know, leaps and bounds headed towards success. Something like that. But They see you as strong, is the bottom line. They see you as confident. And this Emperor wants to be with somebody like that. So they're also saying they like that they can go away for a couple of days and you're not begging them. You're not chasing them. You're not, when they come back, you don't say, well, where have you been? I haven't heard from you in 2 days. And you're just dating. You're just getting to know each other. So then you're going to be put into the bucket list of this person's going to be way too high maintenance. I don't have time for this. So you're independent, you're busy, you got a big full plate, your days are flying, you got a whole life going with or without this person. So when they do come into your energy, you are happy to see them. You're looking forward to spending some time with them. Okay, let's go out for a drink. Let's grab dinner. Let's talk, whatever it is. So it's a part of, it's a nice balance, believe it or not, for now. Okay, it's going to work for now because this person has to figure out a way to juggle all the things that are on their plate. It doesn't mean forever. Here's a Two of Pentacles. So yeah, here's this feeling of juggling, right? Here's this feeling of juggling, and here's a little clock. Yeah, so you're going to feel like we're dancing. You're going to feel like we are going back and forth. We are swimming around each other. They're saying the crush. There's a sense of, I like you. I have a little crush on you, and I do want to see where this goes. You definitely have created interest in me. I feel like you're crushing on each other is how it's coming in. Like you're kind of anticipating them to call. You're anticipating them to ask you out again. You want to see them again. You're definitely interested in them. So, a crush is, I have kind of new feelings and they're fun and it's exciting. And I kind of look forward to seeing you again is how I feel. Spirit, please share with me this connection. I have expectation, confirming that you want the same things. So we're getting to know each other. Okay, that little bit of a one bite at a time. And I have to know, is this what I'm looking for? So I'm going to say that this person, I'm going to say they have high expectations. I am. And I think you do too. I think that I'm not going to settle. I would rather go slow knowing it's the right one than to, pick somebody and then be disappointed later. I want somebody to prioritize the relationship. So that's where the time element comes in, that as they are either getting some things off their plate, they're trying to find more work-life balance. Maybe they never had to before. Maybe they didn't have anybody that they had to, make time for. So there's a lot of people that instead of being lonely and bored, they throw themselves into their careers. A lot of people do that. So they would have to, kind of reorganize their time so that they can put you as a priority. So I'm just asking Spirit, I'm going to say making you a priority. I think that that's a transition for them. And I feel like it's just not going to happen overnight. It just isn't going to be, today you are my priority. Doesn't mean they don't like you. Doesn't mean they don't have a crush on you. Doesn't mean they're not interested in you. It just means that it's going to transition into, you're very important to me. So we will let that kind of just unfold, which seems more realistic. I have a guarded heart. I have lingering trust issues. I have a little bit of a wall. I feel like somebody admits it. I feel that somebody is, I'd rather take it slow because I still am working on, I have a tendency to jump into things too soon. Maybe somebody says, great, let's take it slow, because my last relationship, I jumped all in and I went too fast, or I made the wrong decision too soon, something like that. fake profile. I want to make sure you're real. There's a lot of, there's a lot of scammers out there. And, you know, these people are really good. They have fake pictures, fake profiles. They reach out to you on social media. They're, you know, on the internet. So I want to make sure that you're real. If this person isn't willing to meet you in public, in a public place, and you know their name and you can look them up and they're legit, more than likely there's somebody that's some kind of a con. You know, the person who just says, I'm, you know, I'm on an oil rig, you know, and I can't get to you, but, you know, send me money. I'm a pilot, so I travel all over the world and I have a busy schedule, so I can't get to you, you know. So these people just are taking advantage of lonely people. So be careful with that. But the person who, and also they could be real, but don't let them keep you in that texting relationship for 6 months where all we've done is text and we feel like we get to know each other and we're emotionally connected and we talk to each other all the time, but you've never met this person. You've never seen them. They don't ask you out. They're trying to fill an emotional void. They could be in a relationship and they're texting you to stroke their ego, to have somebody else in their life to talk to. This person has to come forward and say, I want to see you. I need to see you face to face, across a table. Meet me in a public place. Let me take you out for a cup of coffee, for God's sakes. And if they can't do that, then they're not worth your time. It's not going to be a real relationship. So just move on. Okay. You're not interested in being a pen pal with anybody. Those days are over. Thinking time is needed. I'm going to say that this person continues to move things forward. So it is moving forward, maybe not at a fast pace, because they're getting to know you. And that's, you know, that's okay. And it might be perfectly fine for you. I'm getting to know them. I'm not rushing into anything. And, you know, is it a slow moving? Probably. Trust issues. Yeah, here's a, let's get these ones. Okay, so I have trust issues at the surface is how I feel. I feel like somebody just admits that, you know, let's give it time and space, learn to get to know each other, make sure these feelings are real. Right now I have a crush on you. The crush could be based on you're really, really good looking, or I like the sound of your voice, or I think that the work that you do is sexy and appealing. You know, you can have a crush on somebody for a lot of different reasons. Do you have a crush on them because you like everything about them? Or is it, I'm just physically attracted. I think they're cute. You know, it could be as simple as that. I need to have at least one date with you. Okay. I need to physically see you. I need to have more than one date, but I'm not going to text. Texting should be just going back and forth with, you know, when do you want to meet? Some basics, you know, how long you been single? Do you have kids? Maybe, you know, a couple of questions. But I have to see you for this one date. Okay. So that feels like that's coming, this date, like almost like, I think you're going to be meeting. I'm not afraid of that. But I do feel like there's more of a dance going around you guys. And communication. I want more communication. So the communication is going to increase as I get closer to confirming that I really want to be with you. Okay, so you'll start to see an increase, whether it's every day, a couple times a day. You'll start to see more consistency is how I feel. So this person is going to, I guess, level up. You know, I guess that would be a way of leveling up from casual dating to I want more. Let's get some initials. Let's see. Now, some of you may have somebody on your mind and this might confirm it. Others of you are manifesting with me today. I have a big, beautiful bowl of numbers and initials. So I'll get a handful of these and see if they connect to you. But yeah, don't get it. They're saying don't get caught in the trap of a emotional relationship with somebody that isn't physically seeing you. I have the letter U. I have another U. A lot of numbers. Okay, I'm going to put these to the side. Maybe the numbers are important. I have a K. I have an R. I have an S. I have an E. B. I have a P. J. O. Joe. I have another J. I have a W. I have an N. W. I have an F. G. X. Another O. And another J. A couple J's. Those together. And I have an I, and I have a lot of letters and numbers. So let me put some of these numbers together. Oh, I have an E, another E. Okay, let me see. Okay, I have a 3. I have a 3 and an 8, 38 in age. I have 34. I have 66. Okay. I have 42. 40. Nope, I'm sorry. Yes, it is 2. 42. Let's see. I have 55. 55. Okay, and then I have some independent numbers. So I'm just going to go with these. I have the number 1. So I'm going to say January. Born in January, maybe something like that. I have another 5. So I'm going to say May. I have 2 7s. So July could be important. 2 7s, 77. And I have an 8. So I could have August. So those could be birthday months. All right. So those are I don't know where to put this. Okay. All right. So those are some clues. Some of you may connect to those. All right. Let me know. I always like to know that we got your person. Sometimes it shocks people. Don't worry if you didn't. It's okay. They're just a handful of clues. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is it that you need me to know today? What is it that you want to share with us? What's coming our way around this connection? Are their intentions true? I have small offers, giving little by little, small amounts at a time. Yeah, there's a sense of I'm going to give you myself a little piece at a time, right from the beginning. Doesn't mean that they're not doing it. It's just they're not jumping in and saying, which is probably good because they're not, after 2 dates saying, I'm in love with you. I want to sleep with you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And you're like, who are you? So this, it's a little bit at a time, little bit of love offerings, a part of them, a side of them, so that over time you feel like you start to see the whole person. You start to feel like you know them very, very well, something like that. I have a karmic side, noticing the signs within you or them, karmic behavior, any negative actions. I'm going to put that with my trust issue. So it gives me a chance to see if there's that Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde energy in anybody, that somebody's really, really good in the beginning. They put on a good show. They put on a good front. They are really, really good to you. They say all the right things, do all the right things. And then once they have you kind of hooked, you know, all of a sudden they've got this like anger issue or controlling issue, or they don't want you talking to your friends, or why are you going there and who are you going to see? And, you know, so you want to see who this person really, really is before certainly you're going to give up dating anybody else and putting all your eggs or fruit into that one basket. And it's a feeling of, I have to get to know you. And Spirit's saying will protect you. So it's Spirit's way of allowing you to have protection as well. They're saying common sense too. Close attention. Looking into, observing, examining, close up, studying. I'm looking at this really closely. So this isn't your first rodeo. This isn't your first relationship. So they're saying I'm being a lot more cautious this time. And for those of you that have been through hurtful connections, I would say yes. Okay. You're a grown up, you're an adult. Be cautious. But they are saying ultimately we will have nothing to worry about. We're just kind of being smart in the beginning. And ultimately, this person is going to be there for you, they're saying. So this is somebody that we are going to love and learn to trust with time. So, but I think they're just reminding us of, you know, some of the crazy that's out there. I have a crush on you. Yeah, that's how I felt. I have a crush on you too. Maybe it's something that we say to each other. Maybe it's a text message, you know, like I'm crushing on you. It's very flirty, chemistry, kisses, stealing a secret moment, lots of likes. So I definitely felt that. I feel like whatever it is about this person, I want it to unfold at whatever pace it's meant to unfold at. And I'm not going to rush it, they're saying, because maybe it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. And if it's meant to be, I don't have to rush it. And it starts out just as this kind of beautiful adult crush, you know, acting like teenagers. And, you know, between the two of you, it's exciting and you're happy and you're looking forward to seeing where it goes. Little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. That's okay. I have a hermit. I have strength. I have the star. And I have a 7 of swords. So there's the trust issue coming in again. There's the, I just want to make sure you're not lying to me. I just want to make sure you're a real person. Okay. I want to make sure you're not married. I want to make sure that you don't have somebody in the background and you're trying me out as an option before you end something else. There's nothing worse than somebody out there fishing for their next relationship. And if they think they found something better, they end the relationship they're in and start dating you. And it's like, oh my God, you know, so we want to find out that there's no attachments. I also felt that this person is just working like the small offers, just working on stepping out of that comfort zone of I've been alone. I don't really have to, you know, not that they have to they have to, you know, talk to you and tell you everything that they're doing, but there's a sense of responsibility in a relationship, you know, just because you care about each other. You know, did you get home safe? How was work today? Be careful in the traffic. Let me know when you got there. You know, I mean, so they don't want to have, you know, a grown person sometimes doesn't want to have to report into anybody that I got home safe, you know, but when you're in a relationship and you know somebody's thinking about you, you spend 2 seconds and you text them and say, I'm home safe. I'll talk to you tomorrow. So, you know, it's that transition and it's baby steps. There's a sense of baby steps of getting used to the idea of I'm headed into a relationship. So that's okay. I have bottom of the deck. I have a 4 of wands. And the star was saying to me, you are everything I've been looking for. That's why they keep circling back around. You know, they may go away for a couple days. Maybe you don't hear from them for a couple of days. And then they, you know, pop back up on your text message, go, hey, how you doing? You know, what's going on? You know, how's work? What's going on? And then this beautiful sense of, they're saying a union. Okay, so 2 of Cups, 4 of Wands, that this could turn into something so much more. You know, it's got tremendous potential. This could be the one that you've been waiting for, the one that you've been dreaming of. But I know that I have to go through the motions. I have to go through the steps of getting to know you. And I have to really know what I'm getting into this time. Okay, I'm not signing up for something that is going to surprise me down the road. I'm just not. I'm not going to sign up for something that's I'm not going to jump into something that breaks my heart immediately. You know, like I just fell in love with you very quickly. And I just realized that you do have somebody else in the wings and you're out there fishing for something better. You know, I don't want to be somebody's option. I'm not interested in that. But bottom of the deck, I do want a new beginning, and I have a Knight of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. So I want the real deal. I want love. And if the love comes, instead of it being a lightning bolt, if the love comes in little pieces at a time, but it's real and it's lasting, then that's what this is meant to be. Every relationship has its own pace. Every relationship is going to have, this is how we started. This is how we got to know each other. This is how we spent our time initially, something like that. So this is your story, and your story could be different than other stories you've had in the past. Hopefully it is, because those stories aren't here today. But it's a sense of, this is our story and this is how it's going to unfold. And it's not going to unfold. It's any, no 2 people will be the same. Let's get some charms. Let's see what our charms are saying. I'm going to zoom in on my charms. I have this beautiful bowl of golden charms. And then I have some tarot. These are new. They're little tarot, tarot, I guess they're little images of all the major arcana cards. So I added those to this bowl just to punch it up a little bit. So, you know, like I have nothing else to do but search down all these things for my bowl. It's all good. It's all good. All right, let's get a scoop and see if these work for you. All right. What do we need to do? Let's see. All right, let's go with these guys first. All right, this is my Emperor. Okay, so I have an Emperor. We had an Emperor earlier. So I'm going to put that over here. I have an Emperor coming in. I have this looks like my Temperance. Okay, this looks like my Temperance. Okay, so I've got this beautiful angel. So I'm going to go, I think that's my Judgment with the horn. I'm going to go with Judgment. I'm feeling more Judgment. I think that's my Judgment with the horn. And then I have a Tower. I have a Tower. So there's I'm not ready to jump into anything. And the Judgment makes the most sense with this reading because I really do want to take my time. I've learned a lot of lessons. I really don't want to make a mistake again. If I'm entering into a relationship, I want it to last. I want it to be the one. I don't want to keep starting over, they're saying. And I feel like this Emperor is strong enough to say no to something that isn't going to work also. But they see something in you. They saw that your powerful force, whatever your powerful force was. So they see something in you. I have a beautiful star, but it's a starfish. The sea. I love the sea. I love the beach. Maybe I like to travel to beaches. That could be something that I really love to do. I have an elephant that's coming into me as loyalty and wisdom. Okay. Elephants have an incredible memory, and this is a little bit bigger than life also energy. So there's a sense of bigger than life. Maybe that's what you like about this person, this emperor. Maybe they have status. Maybe they have charisma. They are very successful. They have a presence about them. You know that they have a big business or a big career, and they're super busy, but they take time out of their day to reach out to you. So, that's kind of flattering. So something like that. I have a key to my heart. So a little bit of a capturing me there. I have an infinity symbol, a couple things, necklace, tattoos, seeing infinity symbols, but also a sense of infinite, okay? Infinite love, fate, okay? And that, living by that, if it's meant to be, it will be, however this unfolds. But I'm going to say an infinite love, okay? So this could be a very lasting love. I have a tree of life, of course, putting down roots, loving that. I have, what is this little guy? Hold on, I got to get my tweezers. It's a mermaid. Yeah, it's a little mermaid. Okay, so I'm going to put that with my sea stuff over here. So just this kind of mermaid, magical fantasy energy over there. Okay, what is this thing? Crab claw. We're going to go out for shellfish. I like crabs. I like lobsters. I like shrimp. So maybe we find some great places to eat at the beach where you sit outside and take crabs. Maybe it's something that we're going to do together. I have a beautiful flower blooming and a butterfly. So this feels like a transformation. I'm going to just put the butterfly and the flower, the blooming flower, and this little butterfly together. Just the sense of it's going to take time, a little bit at a time, to transform from where we are today to a loving, lasting relationship. So that's okay. I have an American flag, so I'm just going to say the word patriotic. I'm just going to say maybe I'm interested in what's going on in the United States, politics. Maybe I'm pretty entrenched with things that are going on, so that could be very important to somebody. I have a Eiffel Tower, so that feels more like a trip. It feels more like, maybe it's our first vacation. We go to Paris, we go to Rome, we go to London, for a long weekend, something like that. I have a couple of, I have a leaf changing. I'm going to put that with the transition, because it was like a falling leaf. It was like a changing of the season. So there's changes taking place. We're changing. Your person, this emperor, is definitely changing. So they're getting used to the idea of being in a relationship. I have a feather. Look for a feather. Look for a white feather out of nowhere. Okay, so that feels more like your ancestors. The white feathers are a sign. Okay, you have a lost loved one in spirit that's saying this person is great. We approve. This person is going to be wonderful. So maybe you have this. Sometimes you're just it's in the middle of nowhere, and you're like, you see this like little feather go by, and you're like, what the heck? So that's what I'm talking about. And then I have this, looks like 2 rings, and I'm going to say a union. I'm going to say a forever union. So can we go from crushing on each other to a forever? Yes, we could. One step at a time, one little morsel at a time, one little part of them at a time. So there is my charms and those little miniature tarot pieces. They're kind of cute. A little hard to read. You got to kind of figure out which one is what, but that's okay. I'll learn. So let's see what else they want for you. I like the energy. I do. I think it's very realistic. I think that it's a very real energy. And I think that instead of it being a fairy tale love today, which sometimes I feel, or rushing in, it's for you today, for somebody. It's a, let's take it one step at a time and get over some trust issues. Let me make sure you're real. Let me make sure you're not lying to me. And let's watch it grow. That's okay. Spirit, please share with me some loving messages. What is it that you have for us today? Lost. I feel lost without you. So we start to feel that pull to each other, that when I'm not with you. And right from the beginning, they shared with us this sense of, I feel like we're dancing around each other. We were swimming around each other. So this person kind of swims away and then came back. And so they feel this draw to you. They feel like when I'm not connecting to you, something's missing. You're so smart. I definitely feel like they know that about you. Your intellect really turns me on. You're so smart. And I really enjoy our conversation. Certainly keeping an emperor's attention would be that you are very bright. Okay. You are able to hold their attention. You're able to hold a conversation. It's not all about looks. It's not all about sex, right? That intellectual connection is sometimes more of a turn on for certain people than some of the other stuff. I want somebody I can talk to. Still listening. I listen to the music you've shared with me, and it helps me to connect with you, although we are apart. So maybe some of the music we listen to in the car, or I never listened to that station before, that band before, and I don't know, maybe they're starting to listen to some of the music you like. You've opened up their eyes to something, or it makes them think of you. That could be it. Ghosted. Somebody ghosted you in the past. I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. I am not feeling like this is a reunion for a no contact. The ghosting could be just tied more up into the trust. You know, the last time I kind of threw myself into it, I fell for somebody, and then within a very short period of time, they just, walked away, with no closure, no nothing. So there's a lot of that going on. I'm focused on money. I would believe this person is. I'm currently focusing on my career and financing. My main priority is financial stability. So they're going to have to figure out a way. They probably haven't had to make a lot of space and time for a relationship. So that is going to be a challenge for them. They are going to, not that they're going to fit you in, Spirit just said, but they are going to have to slowly transition into making you their priority. That is going to take a little time for somebody who hasn't had to. Unblock me. I miss you. Okay, you've got somebody who ghosted you, somebody out there that is trying to come into your life when you are having this new energy come in. It's almost that telepathic energy that happens, that person from the past didn't want you. And they only want you now because they're feeling the vibe that you have definitely moved on and you've got somebody new in your life. So don't open yourself up to that. If you've closed that door, keep that door closed. Stay on this path of this new love. This is a good new love. This is going to transition into, what did they say? An infinite love. So, but I'm always fascinated by this. This is that telepathic, maybe a twin flame out there that says, uh-oh, my person's moving on, and I better get back in there and try to convince them that they don't want to be with anybody but me. They've been gaslighting you. I've been lying to you, gaslighting you. You weren't crazy. You were right. I wasn't strong enough. So that feels like a confirmation of some of the feelings that I've had. One more of these, Spirit. I need time to heal. Right now I'm in a space where I need to focus on my healing and self-love. This isn't about you. This is me. So even if this person is taking it one piece of me at a time, it could be this is what I'm willing to give right now. It doesn't mean I won't give more in the future. It doesn't mean that you won't have all of me. But for whatever reason, they're just not going to jump right in. And maybe it's you that's feeling that way. I'm not jumping right in either. Spirit, any other additional messages? But the good news is that we're crushing on each other. We're totally crushing on each other. We're totally into each other. Now I'm left with just a memory. Okay, I'm going to put that with my past. You made me believe we were meant to be. You've got somebody in your past that is, I don't know, pining would be the word, pining over you. And they're struggling with, I can't let you move on. So maybe it's a problem. Maybe they're stalking you, or that you can't cut the ties from them somehow. I want you all to myself. We're not having a competition. Okay, this emperor is not going to be in competition. This emperor is going to want to be with you and only you at some point. You know, right now we could still be, you know, dating other people or keeping, you know, we haven't talked about exclusivity yet, but at some point they're not going to want to, you know, date anybody else, and you're not going to want to date anybody else. I replay our conversations all the time. I feel like we have some pretty in-depth conversations. I feel like some of the things that you have been talking about, they're taking to heart. They're a good listener. They like what you have to say. They think you're smart. My happiness is to be near you. I like being near you. That's why I keep circling back. I like to hear your voice. I like to call you. I like to just reach out to you, even if it's for a few minutes, and just see how your day's going, see how your week's going, touching base. So they're trying to include you into their life. They're trying to bring you into their world. I have you make me smile. You make me smile, bottom of the deck. You light up my world. And one more. I want to feel your lips on mine. I've got a crush on you. I want to see where this goes. I think it's a very, very realistic love. I really do. I think that, is it going to take time? Yes. It's a transition from where we are right now. But I'd rather have that. I think it's real. I do. And I think Spirit's bringing it to you now. So let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, thank you. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Comment below. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, KathyMammelin.psychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other two channels, a Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame channel. I did upload a Pick a Card yesterday, if you're watching this. today on the 17th, I guess. So there's a new pick a card on that channel that you may be interested in. And thank you for being here. As always, I'm very, very grateful for you following me and believing in my gift. So let's ask Spirit to guide you to this love right now. We'll see you soon.